Hi guys, we're here to talk about the new upcoming Terminator film. It's called Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah, man.
We can't wait for it. Pumped, exactly. I'm very pumped with my boy Christian.
Talk about me as well if you want.
Yeah. So basically, we're very good fans of the Terminator franchise.
Big time.
It's due to come out in November 2019. It's April right now. The trailer is about to be released soon. So let's get straight into it, Chris.
Should go name first.
Yeah, let's go name first. It's called Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Alright, what are we feeling on that?
Well, we were talking earlier, weren't we? We were saying that, you know, when we got kind of very strong affiliations with the film, the original and the second one. And it seems a return to form. That's what we're hoping for, no? Like a return to form, the horror. We want to see that horror back. We want to go all in. And Dark Fate sounds a little bit better than Genesis with a Y in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
That was a weird one.
Spell it properly.
So all these films with these Ys and just at least it wasn't Genesis Retribution or something like that.
We know that Cameron is going to be producing it. We don't need to introduce Cameron. We know who he is.
The man.
The main man. And then we've got Tim Miller, who's obviously the director for it. Now he's done Deadpool. That's probably his only film that he's done. I know he's done.
You know what I mean?
What a film! And he wasn't 18 as well.
Yeah, it wasn't 18.
So.
And you're big on that now. You said you were big on that.
Yes, I am.
I have to agree with you as well.
I know. I think Salvation was. I think it was a 12A or 15. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Genesis was probably 12A, 15 as well. Same with T3. So they need to change it up because let's be honest, they all flopped, didn't they? After T1 and T2.
I told you I wasn't interested in them.
Yeah.
Because we love the originals. We're original hardcore fans.
Exactly. Yeah, they know. Cameron knew how to do it. So I'm really glad he's back on board with this and he's put his eggs all in his basket now.
And got a good director, because if it's not him, it better be someone like this guy.
It better be someone damn good, yeah. And Tim Miller, I mean, he's only done one movie, but that movie was great.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't actually, when I first saw Deadpool, I didn't want to watch it at first because Ryan Reynolds was in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like Ryan Reynolds.
He wasn't doing that well, was
he kind of jarred me actually in certain movies because he's done a lot of rom-com movies and I didn't think it like sort of worked well.
I mean, I always personally liked him. I just thought he's not doing anything good. His agent needs to go. Yeah. But no, I agree with you. You know.
Yeah.
Deadpool. What a banger, man!
It was
out
a
of the
banger.
Park. Changed the game financially as well. You know, 18s to make that kind of money.
Exactly, for a comic book as well.
Yeah.
It just goes to show it can be done.
I didn't know it was 18. I didn't know when I was.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was 15.
I think the only like sort of comic book ones that were 18 that recently come out is Judge Dredd, or it's called Dredd, and Deadpool. And they were both phenomenal in my opinion.
Yeah. Dredd didn't make as much money than
I don't think it did, but it deserved way more money.
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just to touch on really quickly as well, we're talking about Tim Miller, and obviously he's done Deadpool. So obviously it's a great film and that, but does he have the tools to transition from a sort of what was like, let's be honest,
darkly comedic kind of film?
Yeah, there was a lot of comedic elements into that, and I don't know if that's gonna work in his favour to transition into Terminator, because Terminator is notoriously quite dark. The originals were, I thought,
and it worked. That's what it is.
Well.
That's its trademark. You know.
Exactly. So
it's a big task for him.
It's a huge task, and this is his second major film as well. So he's got to get it right.
It's fresh as well, but fresh is good for something like this because it needs that energy injection, doesn't it?
Exactly. And I think Cameron knows what he's doing. He wouldn't just bring any other guy in.
Bang on.
He's obviously going to rein him in. So
bang on.
I would say, give him a chance, and he deserves a chance. Something after Deadpool, like I would give. If I was a massive producer, I would be like, let's give it Tim Miller. Let's see how good he can do.
It does draw parallels with. I mean, I don't know when this comes out. What year exact? When's it coming out? This year or next year?
This year, late November.
Late. Okay, brilliant. Because so you're gonna have the Joker coming out in October.
Oh, really?
Joaquin Phoenix and the Hangover director, and his name evades me at the moment. But you know that's a comedic director who's also going into something quite dark. So you've got these two directors that are kind of well known for their darkly comedic films, trying to go into full on horror. So let's see which one
turns out better. That's an interesting point. Actually,
and just the same sort of time there now as well. Going to be good for us. November booked out.
What would you rather watch?
Oh, you can't be doing that to me. You can't be doing that.
For me, I'm gonna obviously watch Terminator.
I'll balance it. I'll say Joker then. Terminator's got my heart. So
I'll definitely see the Joker, and there's no doubt about it because I love Joaquin Phoenix. So he's
good times to be a filmmaker. Yeah, what an actor he is.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the Joker.
Anyways, the cast for this Terminator film, we've got a few bits from IMDb, so we know there's going to be Mackenzie Davis in it, Natalia Reyes, and obviously Linda Hamilton, the original badass, Sarah Connor. Which I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
heavy female casting, isn't it? We've got a lot of female introductions.
Yeah. I mean, I feel optimistic in that sense because usually when Cameron brings in a strong female character,
he's great at it. He's good at it.
He's always good at it. Look at Sigourney Weaver. Look at a girl from Avatar, for instance. So why not with Linda Hamilton, who knows how to play that Sarah Connor role to the T?
But we were saying as well, she was. I mean, she really harnesses Terminator, the original, because we're with her a lot of the time. Even though Arnie's your poster guy, and you know we love Arnie and that, she's the one that brings us that story from the human perspective, doesn't she? She's the one we're rooting for, and great to have her back. Great to have her back on this one. Yeah,
definitely, 100%.
But I thought, aren't we changing things? I mean, right now, changing the way it goes.
That's right. There's no way I'm going to finish the new processor. Not now. Forget it. I'm out of it. I'll quit Cyberdyne tomorrow.
That's not good enough.
And that's another thing as well, like, even when she's coming back into it, but we don't know anything about John Connor. And that doesn't concern me in the slightest, because Sarah Connor, for me, is more important than John Connor now.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I think she's just more important because she just brings so much more to the character development, to the actual franchise as a whole.
Well, we love her character, don't we? Because he was more of a... He was more the link between
the Resistance to the actual termination of Skynet as well.
Right.
But the thing is, with actually at the end of Terminator 2, when they destroy the Terminator, when they destroy Cyberdyne systems, do they even need John Connor anymore? Because they've actually moved on from that timeline and they're going into an unknown realm.
That's an interesting one.
So do they even need John Connor? I don't think we do. Really.
No, it's something they can leave ambiguous, like, because, you know, they're gonna have to explain Arnie how he's come back, what's going on with him, you know. So there's a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up. But that one I don't think necessarily needs to be. And actually, as a fan going in, I don't really want to know that one immediately. I want that one. If they are going to build a franchise, I want to maybe be, you know, that's where we can as fans talk about the theories as to what's going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. Do you mind there if that is a strong female cast?
I mean, don't mind. There's no minding here. We've got to be obvious though that, you know, I watched Terminator.
I only say that because there's been a lot of backlash on the internet.
Yeah, of course. There's always going to be. The only thing we have to say though is naturally it's more of a male film. You know, when I watched it when I was younger, watched it with my dad and my mum didn't watch it for a reason. You know, because it's a brutal film. You know, it's not to everyone's taste, but nice to change it up with the female cast. I just hope they're not doing it. I hope they're doing it because they want to do it for the characters. I don't want them to do it like... I don't want another Ghostbusters where they're just trying to harness it in there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no. I don't want it to be forced at all.
Forced.
So it's just... It's a gamble, but I think it will pay off.
Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, and that will just lead us into the next one, I guess, with potential theories. And I like this one especially because... Yeah, there's obviously Arnie, he could be a human.
But what are these new models though? Are we talking here? I mean, obviously that's going to be
That's the thing. So also in the cast as well, right? There's 3 Terminators. It says in the cast. So there's Brett Lazar, I think he's one Terminator. They say there's Gabriel Luna, who's another Terminator. Now I think Mackenzie Davis is obviously a Terminator as well. But I think she might be a hybrid or something like that.
I'd like to see her as one. She has those action chops.
Exactly.
She was great in Blade Runner.
And also Arnie, he could actually be a Terminator. He might not actually be human. He might actually be like a sleeper cell Terminator. We just don't know.
I just want to be in it. I want him to be in it a lot. You know, I want to see him back.
So there's
Dahama, the guy. You're gonna come here for an Arnie impression at one point.
So it's probably 3 to 4 Terminators to play around with. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect. Can you imagine 2 Terminators, 2 Terminators?
We got the action.
That'd be so
right. The action. We know that Simmons is gonna kill the action, so we need to see some good action.
I think personally, what might happen in this one is that Arnie could actually be a human in this one. So they might actually use his DNA. He might be a military general or something like that, and they'll use his DNA.
How would they make that work?
Well, the thing is, because the Terminator and from T2, he died off. So if he's died off, there's no evidence of a Terminator, right?
Yeah.
So how are they gonna bring back a Terminator? You know, they're gonna have to start from scratch somewhere else, right? So they're probably gonna have to bring.
They need to explain that.
They need. They're so key. They really. If they want to pull this one off, they have to explain that well.
That's why the script, again, we said, is so important. Because
So
if people are not buying that, we're not going to be on board for the film, are we? You know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I 100% agree with that. Also, another one as well. You know, Sarah Connor. She might actually die in this one because the title suggests that it's Dark Fate.
Oh, that's a bold prediction. Might be true though. Might be right.
I think it might be true, to be honest, because I remember Cameron doing an interview with Tim Miller, and he was basically saying they're going to pass the baton on to the new generation.
Makes sense.
So it kind of implies
kind of situation.
Yeah,
Han Solo kind of thing.
Exactly that.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Jack Dawson dies in the Titanic.
Well, let's go to our favourite Terminator film. Basically, what do we think is your favourite Terminator?
Oh, you go, because you said you watched Terminator 2 first, isn't it?
I said I watched Terminator 2 first, and I watched it for years as well before I watched Terminator 1, and then because I watched it recently, I thought, can anything beat T2? Because when I was growing up, that was the best film ever for me. I'm really into my sci-fi as well, and this just hit it on the nail. But when I saw T1, it was just mind-blowing because it was horrific. I think I saw it when I was like 7 years old or something like that. Dark.
Yeah, dark.
It was just so dark.
Yeah, dark. We want that though.
Exactly, and the one scene that really got me actually was when the Terminator Arnie actually comes into the police building. And he's actually gunning down all the policemen and that. And can you imagine at that time as well in the 80s,
there's no twist with that one. It was just brutal. It was
so brutal. Just no emotion, nothing like that. He didn't even speak.
But you say the time? You mean the 80s?
It came out in the 80s, didn't it? So you can imagine how hyped that would have been. Like I don't know
any
any other.
That now, but back in the day, that would have been like Jesus. In the cinema as well.
In the cinema.
I watched it. You know, we weren't. Spoiler: we weren't around in the 80s, so it's pretty obvious. We loved. I mean, it was brutal. Like that was, you're going to go that way. They went all out, and it was kind of changed the game, didn't it? It was saying and Arnie just was great in that, wasn't he? Like he was just, he's the man.
You can't do that.
But it really hits home to what we're going to talk about with the AI in this one. You know, it really hits home to it still has real world ramifications. You know what I mean?
And why it's so
prevalent as well. It's what we're living in, isn't it?
Exactly. So obviously back then in the 90s and 80s, what was going on there? The Cold War and issues like that, probably.
Yeah. So
but
now, you know what I mean?
But now, what's going on now? There's obviously nations competing with each other.
And we look to these films to show us these things, don't we?
And Cameron, you know what he's like. He always likes to make a statement on the world. You've seen that with Avatar recently. So I think he's trying to do the same thing with the Terminator. That's why he's rebooting the franchise. So I reckon he's obviously bringing this out just to comment on AI and mainly just to talk about the weaponization of AI. I think personally, because how dangerous that can be. Obviously, he said on the interview, I think he mentioned Putin actually said whoever controls AI will have world dominance.
Musk is saying it, isn't he? Saying it,
exactly. So everyone's is quite scared about this new technology.
I want them to be ambitious with this though. I want them to go out. That Blade Runner, the 2049 has changed that game now. They really showed us a world that is really in the future, and
they've raised the bar.
They have raised the bar. That's great though, because that will force this crew, as you said, that it looks like a good crew to raise the bar themselves.
Definitely. I still think Blade Runner is the number one sci-fi film to beat right now.
I think so. Well, the new one. Yeah, I think the new one's just blown out of the park.
Totally, I love that.
Took me 2 times to actually. I didn't even like it that much the first time. I appreciated it. That's when they've made a great film, because I couldn't even process it. You know. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say next is that the team involved is just absolutely epic. When I checked on IMDb and everything, this is what made me actually want to talk about it in depth with Chris actually, because we love movies
Big
basically,
fans,
but this one in particular, they brought in David S. Goya, So we know he's done obviously Batman Begins.
Yeah.
He's done Dark
Man of Steel
Knight.
as well.
What else has he done? He's
Man of
done.
Steel, Superman.
Oh yeah. Didn't he? But he's done some other flops though as well. Hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's done. You saying Jumper, weren't you?
Jumper was a flop for me.
I'm surprised he was doing that. It's not a good sign.
He done.
Sorry to the Jumper fans out there. Not one of the ones I'll be watching at Christmas.
Rubbish.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dawn of. What was it called? Dawn of Justice, Batman v Superman.
Yeah,
something like
Dawn
that.
of Justice.
So he did that. I don't know why he needs
Did
to
you
do
Justice
something
League
like
as
that.
well?
I think so.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying, he's on a couple of flops.
Awkward.
I mean, I do love the first little bit of Batman Superman, but we all know it didn't turn out that great.
No.
What do you think then on this one?
Well, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because if he's done The Dark Knight, if he's done Batman Begins, I mean, that is a really good start for me.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but those two films were really good.
That would be his staples forever. He's got that on
Exactly.
his. But we were saying as well, you know, Nolan, a big Nolan fanboy myself. I mean, you know that he had a tight fix on that. You know, that was his baby, and Goya for sure. That was also his, you know, really good bit of work. But we know that Nolan probably had a big, what do they say, hand in the pie.
But he can't take all the credit for it. It's basically what we were talking about before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Goya can't take all of the credit for it, but they have brought in this other guy. It's called Josh Friedman. Now he's a good screenplay writer. So he's done the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is a great series. He's done the Black Dahlia. He's done War of the Worlds and Chain Reaction. So that resume speaks.
I like War of the Worlds.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't it? I actually really enjoyed
and
that.
And a really strong script. Obviously,
Exactly.
the story's already there. But it's a good adaptation. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I was really surprised with that movie because Tom Cruise was in it. I was thinking, was it going to be? Is it going to be good or not?
And
I
a story
watched it.
this complex. Sorry, a story this complex. You're gonna need the writing is the key for this.
So key.
And they need this to work. And as we'll go on to talk about, there's a lot of things that need explaining. You know what I mean? Well, you said that this is quite important. This is Terminator 2 post, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then they're cutting away Terminator 3 more or less.
They are.
And you know, the Salvation and Genesis. So they need some explaining to get us all back on track as fans. Here.
I think the one positive thing we can take from that is that they have learnt their mistakes now.
That's a good
and
sign.
they've had 3 mistakes.
Yeah.
They better bloody learn.
Yeah.
So
script is key though. Writing is key.
So they brought in the right team. It looks like with these guys on board
And a great director.
But the next good thing that's come into it as well, that's been announced recently, is that Junkie XL is going to be the composer for this new trilogy. It might be now. So that'd be quite epic, and
he's great.
His quality is
Batman Superman. If there was a redeeming grace to that, it was definitely the soundtrack.
It was so hyped.
I mean, if Hans Zimmer knows him, likes him, then he's going to be good.
Exactly. It's one of those ones that is just, if you're in a bad mood or something like that, if you're going to the gym, you just whack that soundtrack on.
Yeah, it's dark as well. Though. The Lex
That's what I
Luthor
love
tracks were dark.
And did you hear the Mad Max ones as well?
I did Mad Max as well.
Yeah,
I forgot about
quality. Absolutely loved that as well. But what did you like better, Blade Runner or what's another good sci-fi film that's come out recently?
Ex Machina. You got a lot of
that wasn't too bad actually.
Yeah, art house films. Like we were talking big. You know, these are the big blocks. There's not many really. They get to.
I think Blade Runner is probably the best. That's just number one in my opinion right now in the past 10 years, let's say.
Yeah.
Obviously the AI thing is a massive thing to talk about. Hence why Cameron is. Let's see what they do with it. Really.
I want them to be adventurous with this. I want, we're looking for Terminator. We're looking for the Terminator 3 we all wanted.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I want good action. I want good script.
Yeah.
I want. Those are the two main things I really want.
The ones
if they get those two right, it's going to be a great film.
Yeah.
The cast speaks for itself.
The
team speaks for itself.
Yeah.
It's just. They need to get some things right because I don't think the media side of it, they brought out some pictures, a lot of the fans weren't happy with it. They need to make sure this trailer
but we all know that's, when remember Heath Ledger's, his smiley, everyone was not happy with that. You know how that turned out. So we all know that.
That is true.
Us fans, we can be a bit, we don't always know the full picture.
Yeah, fans are a bit fickle. I mean, including me and Chris, but...
Hey.
But yeah, it's we can't really judge until we see that first trailer.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
When does it drop?
It's due to, I think it's coming out in late April, late May, or something like that. But it's got to be soon. It's got to be soon.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's coming out in November, it's got to be.
That's going to tell us a lot. That's going to tell us a lot.
And we'll probably do another video when that trailer comes out. We'll do a reaction to that.
Yeah.
But as it stands, that's all we've got for you guys.
Yeah, let us know what you think, man.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
How pumped are you for this? Are you terminated out? Are you diluted, or are you one of us?